Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tank video. I was playing a game last night. I only played one Russian artillery game, and it was a tier 10 match. And in this match was this Technodrome that you see here. It was on the enemy team, and I thought, you know, it'd be a great idea to take that game where I was MVP and not show you my MVP performance. I have another video for that. But I want to show you the Technodrome in action. And I think you're going to see that it's really kind of interesting. So let's go check that out. Welcome to Arctic region. And now this is my cell here in my artillery. But artillery matches tend to be rather boring. So there's a machine. There's a choke. See if we can find this. There it is. Technodrome. So let's check this dude out. Zoom in on this guy. Now this is a light tank. And that guy was running around like a freak. I had a chance to look at him one time and it was like, you know what, this guy is way too fast to hit with this artillery unless he gets tagged by somebody or, you know, has, you know, bumps into a rock or something like that. This thing's movement or its agility to change directions is just ridiculous. So, we're going to look at this Technodrome in action, in the game. You know, and I never knew where that artillery was. But now I see him. He was over there sitting in the borderline of HJ8. I was concentrated on those other guys the whole game. Because this is an assault match, and they have to capture our flag or they lose. But this tank is a, you know, it looks like a toy, obviously. But in the game, it's not a toy. It's a monster. So right now, this dude's cruising like 50s. The blue guys are my team. Yeah, you're smoked. Cheesebreaker. Tier 9. Light tank. I had the T-Break, it's very good, but this Technodrome just one shot at that guy. This thing is a beast. Now, I don't know at this moment what the actual top speed of it is, but this guy's getting almost 60 on flat ground. There he's got 64. But just look at the way this thing handles. Just one shot at that guy. That's crazy. He's a freak. Now his team is orange. My team are blue. Dude, he just one shot at another guy. It's ridiculous. This tank is a freak tank. Just a freak. Alright, watch this guy when he goes up onto the sniper's outlook area. And watch his acceleration. Where you aiming at. That was crazy. With the horsepower on this tank must be through the roof because he stopped and just accelerates in the opposite direction like no tomorrow. I've never seen a tank move this quickly. Now maybe you guys have, but I don't remember ever seeing any tank that fast. Yeah, he's good there. And this guy does live to the end of the game. But that dude is smooth as ice. That is a wicked tank, man. Let's see how the game is going at this point. I have one kill over there. I know where I am, but I don't see myself. Look, he drilled that guy. Unbelievable. When I first had the idea for this video, he killed another one. What a jerk. This guy's a freak. Now, I took a glance at it, and I thought, man, that looks cool. Let's just do a whole video on this tank. Because I haven't seen one myself. Now, I haven't really been looking either. This game is just, close down to the wire. I don't know what kind of tier 10 tank that my team had to offset against this tank, but this tank is an actual free tank. 5-5, and he killed another one. And like I said, I couldn't get a shot off on him. He was just too fast. I gave up trying. I was working on that guy over here. I left and finished him off. But I was working on this trio that he had in that section. And also on the other side, there was a couple other guys, a machine and a Wolfenträger auf Panzer IV. Those two guys that I finished myself. But I hit some other guys. I had a really good game in my artillery. This guy had a fantastic game in this tier 10 Krang Technodrome tank. It's unbelievable. Enemy artillery just crushed one of our guys. So they're up. I'm sorry. Let me correct that. Yes, they were up. Now it's even again. We were up +1. They were up +1. It's even. This is a back and forth, close match that goes all the way to the end for another minute and change. So a really good match, but you don't see a lot of those in general. Super tight. This guy is an absolute freak in this tank. And on the other side, my team, one of the guys was like, defend the base. He gave the command to defend the base and was like, yeah, dude, he was completely on it. which was great because I was focusing as artillery on the other guys. You know, both the trio back to where he's going to his left, and the guys that I fought were down along the trench in the center. One guy, I killed him at like F2, and the other guy was about E4 or E5 of the machine when I got him. But you know, this guy is, you know, on the attack. They're going to lose anyway, so he's doing the right thing. There's nothing to risk because kill a guy, okay, whatever, you know. But if he sits back, it's just game over. It's just game over right now. Absolutely fantastic job. This Technodrome tank is a freak tank, as you can see. Looks like a little toy, but man, devastating. Don't you agree? Okay, now we'll get to the, you know, medal ceremony. So there I am, you know, MVP, 2 kills, 4,100 damage, is just crazy. And then, you know, Tehran and the Grill, you know, had second and third place. So a really, really good game, but I wanted to see that Technodrome in action in a real match, and dude, that was awesome. So we saw this Technodrome in action, and the stats of it, I think, must be through the roof on the horsepower. Let's take a look at this. I don't normally look for that, so I'm not even exactly sure where it is. These are for the guns. I could see it if I could, you know, see the equipment page, but kind of missing it here. Oh, there we go. Horsepower 280. Power to weight ratio 22.58. That explains why, you know, its recovery in change of directions was just astronomically good. And that gun, geez, that gun is just a vicious gun. Armor damage 500. It just seemed like it was more than that to me. But I'm like, wow, that thing was crazy good. And look at that turret. Now, most light tanks have a lot of purple, and you know, you hardly ever see any of the light blue, and you never see green. So from that perspective of comparison, it's got a lot of armor. This little jerk tank, but it costs a fortune. You know, I've unlocked a discount, of course, which is 19,000. Dude, I'm not going to pay 19 grand for a Technodrome, no matter how impressed I am with its performance. But I just wanted to look at it in a game and see for myself how good it really was. And man, this thing is really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's see if we can get close. That's as close as we can get. You see the eyeball and the TV screen to the right, the purple housing, that's Krang. So hope you guys enjoyed, you know, checking out this tank, because I always wanted to do it. It just occurred to me when I had that killer game. Tell your friends if they want to check it out and see it in action. I was impressed. I'm assuming you guys are also impressed, but leave a comment if you would. So I want to thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys in another video real soon. Check out my classic shorty where I show the kills that I made in this game on the Waffenträger and also on the machine. And I guess that's also, look forward to seeing you guys real soon. And as always, like and subscribe.